Welcome back to Alien Isolation. In the previous episode we met up with Axel, the mentor archetype, or character, and in one word he described the essence of the threat we're up against. He described it as a killer, and he also offered us some protection and warned us when our own curiosity was leading us astray.
There's another vent round here somewhere. I marked it so I wouldn't forget it.
And he also gave us the gift of light. He brought light to the darkness by giving us this flashlight that we wear over our head. The batteries do run out very quickly when you're using the flashlight, so like he says, use it sparingly. And just now we've to find a vent. These personal IDs, I'm unsure what their purpose is at this moment in time, whether they're simply a collectible or if they're useful later on in the game. I'm a few hours in, maybe a bit more than that, and I haven't used them for anything. So one of the things about the mentor archetype or character is that in films and literature, they either come and go, so they'll join the protagonist in Act 1 and make them aware of the situation that they're about to go into in the special world, and then they leave the protagonist, having, provided them with information and maybe giving them a new value to ponder.
Just those that want to stay alive, sweetheart.
And some mentors just leave the story and don't come back. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Axel, what kind of mentor he's going to be, if he's going to be a reoccurring mentor.
Quiet. I hear something.
Or one that does his job and then leaves us.
Gotta go meet the others. Something's going down.
There's always something going down.
So is this Harrison Turner that we were introduced to through the terminals and the log entries that we've found in the previous episodes? And these are probably Marshall Waite's lackeys. And from the information we have about these two guys, they seem to be violent.
Be quiet here. Don't shine that flashlight.
So Axel's continuing to fulfill his mentor duties.
Quietly. Hold up.
What's the emergency?
Someone else has been here. Everyone, stay alert. Keep your guns tight. Shoot anyone you don't know. Stick around while I check our stock.
This is some bullshit.
They're armed. Too many of them to take on.
Take on?
So take on Ripley says that incredulously.
The door at the end.
How?
Let's try a distraction. The generator. If that went down, they'd have to check it out.
So what Axel's proposing here is a challenge to Ripley's values system.
Great.
The idea of
Which one of you checked our supplies?
taking out humans is obviously alien to Ripley, Amanda Ripley.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
And you can see the growing suspicion among the survivors. They're beginning to turn on themselves.
If it's not one of us, then we were right. Someone's been in here.
So be careful when you save this game as well, because if you save it at the wrong moment, it can put you in a very precarious situation. Originally I was going to go left here, but I decided that was a bad idea. And then if you look at your map, and you're going to have to consult your map on a regular basis in this game, because it does really give you lots of instruction and guidance and information about where to go next. So we've been tasked with shutting off the Jenny, and the Jenny's further up.
Come on. Someone will send help soon.
They're totally oblivious to help. They're going to be blind to help regardless of the form it arrives in, because, like the guy said at the beginning, we meet any strangers, shoot them. And listen to this, we're going to hear a confession to cannibalism in a moment.
We shouldn't have done that back there.
We shouldn't have done that back there, but we were hungry. And we encountered these vents, these underground vents for the first time. I didn't like how, when I interacted with that, it automatically caused my characters to stand up.
What just happened? Generators died.
It just turned itself off? No! Somebody did.
Check it out. Everyone with me.
And remember, this episode is about crossing the first threshold, going from the ordinary world into the special world, the topsy-turvy,
Seem to be broken.
Who's there?
dangerous, crazy, special world.
That's why we've got guns. Come on, help me find the switch to get it started again.
Nice one, Ripley. This way. Let's keep it down. They're still close by. Follow me.
Axel reminds me of somebody from Scotland. His face model's very familiar, and his voice is familiar as well. Maybe Grant Morrison, that's who I'm thinking of.
Transit's just up ahead.
The cartoonist.
Your ship's still there.
Cartoonist, that's the wrong way to describe him.
Sevastopol, not quite what you're expecting, eh? I'm not even supposed to be here. My shipping out papers were for a week ago.
All these small interactions and moments of dialogue between you and Axel are designed to increase and create a stronger bond between you, the player, and Axel, the mentor.
Assholes have cut us off.
And now we're going to have to work in harmony together,
We need
ourselves
to
and Axel,
assholes at the same time.
to progress further into the level.
The one on the other side.
Okay.
And
Ready. On 3. 1,
remember, we were taught an important
3.
lesson or challenge to our values by Axel a moment ago about other humans.
Axel, behind you.
So we're going to have to take the mentor's advice and put it into action to save our pal, Axel.
Son of a bitch. You bums think you can take what you want? Get the fuck off me!
So we're starting to cross the threshold.
Fuck.
Let's go. The others are on their way. We need to go! Now!
Hey, you bastard! Shoot him!
Move it!
Shit.
And one of the game's major themes is about to be stated.
Come on!
You killed that guy!
Because he was going to kill me, you saved my life. This is about survival.
Major theme.
Do you understand? Here's something.
We've taken 1 foot across the threshold.
Here's something.
Axel?
What have I got on me?
And there we go, 2nd foot across the threshold, and we're in the special world now. Welcome to Alien Isolation.
What the hell was that thing?
Ripley's going to have to learn fast. She's going to have to put all these challenges to her value system into practice. She's going to have to change herself, modify her own behaviour, take a different outlook. Now the game really begins. So I like how they use the thumping heartbeat sound effect to create tension, and this idea of waiting and knowing that there's a killer behind you, you know, there's some kind of crazy alien monster that's lurking in the shadows somewhere around here. It's just killed your pal Axel, and you're having to wait. This absence of the alien actually does create lots of tension. I mean, I was pretty, you know, my nerves were pretty wrecked while I was waiting for this lift to come. You're like constantly looking over your shoulder, turning. And even, look where we're going, 02, we're going to Act 2. It's telling us where we're going, Act 2. And that death was very reminiscent. I watched Alien for the first time in maybe a year or two, and that death is very reminiscent of the first alien death in Alien. The cooling tower. Even across from, as you can see, 02, Act 2, we've arrived. And these platforms become important in the game. They're kind of like, they serve as conduits between different areas in Sevastopol Station. And we have to go and find an elevator to Seegson Communications, because we're going to obviously have to contact the Torrens and make them aware of our situation and the situation on board Sevastopol. And here we're going to find one of the game's useful items. It's the rewire tool. And our rewire system, and on the right it gives you a map, and the map denotes the systems in relation to where their positions are in, you know, in reality. And on the left screen you can add or remove power to different stations or systems, and you're limited to the amount of power that you can choose. Limited to the amount of power that you can use in these to reroute to these systems. It's not like an unlimited amount. So, for example, you might have to reroute power from the ventilation system to a door to get access to a new area. Be careful with the speaker system. Sometimes when you activate the speaker system, it can actually draw attention to the area that you're in, and can actually like set off an alarm. The ventilation system, or the air purification system, is one of the best tools that you can use, because it creates like this mist that you're able to conceal your position in. And obviously with all these areas that we encounter where you need passcodes or you need a plasma torch to get access to, you know, the game's designed in such a way that you're supposed to return to these areas later on. So when you come up here, you're going to encounter a scripted event. I love the big engine hanging overhead.
Stay back! Shit! Guys, over here! Someone's here!
So we know humans are dangerous now. And it's just as well that Axel, you know, taught us an important new value before we encountered these nutcase humans. And in here we'll get our first alcohol. I should probably drink it rather than use it for whatever it's used for, a smoke bomb I think, or something. So once that scripted event's over, you're able to come back in here and scout out the area, and there's an important, very important item to pick up here at the opposite side of the room, and the dangerous humans that were here are gone now, so... But you do learn, you know, all this, what's happened in the last 10 minutes does modify your behaviour from here on out. You do begin to crouch and peek warily around corners to make sure that there's nobody there. And you do become actually, in my opinion, more unnerved by the humans than sometimes by the alien itself.
Listen to me very carefully. I want you to leave work now. Collect Claire, pick up the cat, and head home.
So this log basically serves to fill in background about
I can't remember his name. The one in the dirty baseball cap, weird smell.
the descent of the people on board into a form of, you know, psychosis that's been brought on by fear. The presence of the alien has distorted everyone's behaviour and made them, you know, go mental basically. Make them very dangerous. It was all obviously that kind of, you know, violence was lurking under the surface of all these people. And the alien itself acted as a catalyst to bring it into, you know, to manifest it into reality. So this is a hacking tool. You'll use this to get access to rooms. You'll have to solve a small puzzle. I made a mistake here. I lingered too long here and I put myself into a very bad position. Because what happens is these three humans, these three people, they go into this kind of
This way. She was downstairs.
scouting routine, where they basically go into like a patrolling routine, where they start patrolling round and round the room looking for you.
It was nothing, guys.
And because I put myself in this bad position, it made it difficult for me to kind of to take advantage of their routine and to try and, because I couldn't really see where they were. I couldn't work out who's where, when and whatnot. And you'll see what happens.
Wait, hey!
First death. And nothing I could really do there. So what I did was I came back into the room and I came upstairs first to see what was upstairs. This is after they've gone and before I pick up the tool, the hacking tool. So it allowed me to come up here and scout around and see what was there, and you can see that there's a air ventilation tunnel there, and we're going to use that once we pick up the hacking tool. And it's a perfect place to scout out their kind of patrolling routine.
She was trying to hack the elevator's security. Circuits are fried. Easy fix. Just need to find a new data set.
And if you come in here, you can, there's actually like some items, I think it's just like scrap and just more crafting items to pick up down here in a room. One of the other things I noticed when I was watching Alien the other day is how well the designers did with, you know, recreating the aesthetics on board the Nostromo. I mean, it looks like a carbon copy almost in certain areas. So once you've got the tool and you've worked out where they are, you want to come up to the opposite end of the room, and you're going to make your way off to the right here and go down the stairs, and there's another kind of scripted event coming up once you start to descend the stairway. And we get a nice view outside here for the first time in a while.
I think she went downstairs. Come on.
I'm not going down there. No way.
She's got your hack tool.
It didn't work. We'll find another way out. We've been here too long already.
So that sounded ominous. It sounded like, you know, perhaps like the alien was behind us there, but I didn't notice it when I was playing, so I'm not sure. There wasn't really much there, to be honest, in that wee room, or that kind of downstairs there. I think one of the biggest fears in this game is the fact that this idea you've drawn attention to yourself. You know, it definitely plays in your mind. You think, did somebody see me there? Don't forget to pick that map up. I didn't, but you'll be able to see it hopefully. Okay, thanks for watching, and the next episode we'll continue on.